Hello and welcome to my third project. This one's called Yasuké, but the first part of it's called Lost Identity, so it's split into a couple parts. A little bit out of breath because I'm tired, but yeah, let's get to it. The time is now 8:28 and today we're in modern day Japan.
Yasuké, identity lost. Damien and Rachel lay sprawled across the cramped low oriental bed, much like spilt milk. Their naked bodies lay extinct. The city, on the other hand, was bustling. Neon lights expressed themselves through the blinds, which Damien had forgot to close. A monumental Pikachu plastered onto a skyscraper used its height to almost peer into their hotel room. They say if you awaken to the sight of your mother, you'll have a great day. Damien woke up believing he may be molested by a Pikachu. He knew he was going to have an awful day. He remembered he's in Tokyo. He carefully moved her dead arm, which was across his chest as if he were playing Operation, and attempted to wipe his drool off Rachel's hair. She doesn't have to know, he thought. She'll have a shower anyway. Damien's black skin was like moonlight when illuminated by the Pikachu poster on the adjacent building. He watched the city in disgust, turning back to his naked sleeping beauty to contrast his thought of hatred to love. His idea of a trip was not flying halfway around the world to eat tasteless sushi, see women painted in white doing weird dances and following preposterous etiquette. His perfect vacation consisted of lying on a beach bed within eye distance of his 5-star Hilton hotel, drinking a dry martini with his bikini-clad Anglo-Indian girlfriend. The room was musky with the smell of sex. The completed bottles of Asahi created a flanking maneuver around the bed, as if to keep them. It's either this shitty beer or that Kase shit, he mumbled under his voice. Sake. Rachel's voice was just as musky as the room. Damien watched her eyes. Her hair was sticky with drool. To be honest, it could have been anything. Her eyes, one stuck by sleep and the other by forgotten mascara and interlinked upper and lower lashes. She looked fucked. He could not bear to watch her with her makeup all ruined, for Damien always wanted his women to look stunning. He was from Essex, remember. Damien failed to notice how the yellow light blemished her skin, how her natural beauty had gone way further than whatever she'd looked like on any night out, how her lips required nothing artificial, how her untouched, although gross, jet black hair indicated her Indian heritage. What's the time? We've got to be at the homestay for 3. Rachel was not much of a traveller either, but she hated the rudeness of being unpunctual. Damien looked at her, eyes as hyphen-like as possible. It all came back to him. He was getting no sex that day. His nerd younger brother had forced him to visit Mount Koya's grave of Oda Nobunaga, and to prove that he'd been, a selfie was required in front of the shrine. Hungover as dog shit, they stumbled hand in hand nowhere. The cab was taking them. Damien wasn't a man of maps, or of Google Earth, for that matter, or else he would have known that it was quicker to walk. The trip itinerary had been texted to them by his brother. From Tokyo to Osaka, from Osaka to Namba Station, Namba Station to Gokura-Kurabashi Station, Gokura-Kurabashi Station to the cable cars from Paradise Bridge. Between Osaka and Namba Station, they were supposed to stop and eat at a homestay, but Damien was having none of it. He did not care about the money he had paid. He refused to stay in someone's home, especially in a place like Asia. Rachel did not put up much of a protest, as it was way past 4, and she wanted to get this over and done with to be back in time for the new season of Taui. We will get this done and fly home from Osaka's airport. I'm not staying another day in Japan, he said while peering down at his map as if it were algebra. When alighting at Gokura-Kurabashi Station, he finally saw a glimpse of Mount Koya. Looks like Snowdonia, just a little bit more green. Rachel was not even looking. Her interest laid in a crisp packet, which she could have sworn was Walker's, but it said Lay's. She was flabbergasted. Somewhere in Osaka, a family waited behind their sliding doors, with close to 20 dishes cooked ready for consumption. The children of the family waited excitedly to meet the people staying at their home. The cable car allowed views boasting of clean-cut Japanese countryside. The level land looked years away from that altitude, but no one was watching. When they reached the shrine, a quick selfie was taken. He saw a Shinto priest peering at him and remembered how much of a celebrity he was in Japan because of his skin. I must be the only black guy to have stepped foot here. This shit is so out the way. Little did Damien know he would not be flying home because of that phrase. Little did he know he had changed his life forever. Little did he know his semen and drool had created a fun mixture baby in Rachel's hair. The Kanushi turned around in fury. Do you know who built this shrine? Damien was offended that someone called him out. He was also intrigued that a man in rural Japan could speak English. You're certainly not the first black man here. A man of moonlight built this shrine. Damien was finally interested. Rachel was still thinking about the crisps. Who was he? Asked Damien. I'll tell you when the wind dies down. Sit down and have some sake for now. Damien sat down, but he refused the sake while Rachel was checking her Snapchat. He continued. The wind slowed. His name was Yasuké. Yasuké the Black Samurai.